Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my second video of the series. Today we're back in Whistler. Cutting some more of that ugly wood you guys all love. Right now I'm currently working on a hemlock and cedar deck. So all these guys here, they'll actually species sort the wood for me. It's kind of nice when I got so many different ways I have to pile it. So this deck is hemlock and cedar. Now my next one over is straight fir, and so on. So the hemlock has two sorts. Stuff's pretty ugly, so we're just making pulp out of all the ugly stuff and then export logs out of the bigger, nicer stuff. The export is actually probably end up in Japan or Korea. They send it overseas. Gets the top value for the wood that we have. I'm going to try to talk a little less in this video because I felt like I dragged on a little bit too long in the last one. So enjoy the video, everyone, and like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. So with this hemlock, I know in the last video I was cutting all that rot out, but since we're doing pulp over here, that's just fine to leave in. I guess I should probably tell you guys what the pulp is and what we use it for. It ends up going to a mill and ground down, and it ends up being toilet paper and paper products for the most part. The other nice thing about cutting this pulp is that there's no lengths on it, so I can just run it out to where it makes sense and cut it off. Don't need lengths because they're not milling it into boards, and nothing needs to be dimensional. The cedar, on the other hand, like this one, has to still be on length. I'm sure some of you have noticed I'm a little slower when it comes to cutting the cedar, and that's because I have presets in my machine that will automatically line it up on the right length that I need to cut. But in the cedar we have about 40 different lengths, and I just don't have enough buttons for that, so I do it manually for that. You'll see later once I get into some fir that it goes a lot quicker because I can just push a button. I only have 4 or 5 lengths in that. This should be a lot better of a camera angle for you guys now as well. You'll probably see more than I see. It's have it mounted under my light bar on the top of the cab outside, so no more dirty window that you guys have to look at. That's my problem. Anybody wondering what setup I'm using for filming, I got a DJI Osmo 5 Action Pro, and I'm using the DJI mic too to talk to you. I also have a DJI Neo 2 drone and a DJI Mini 3 drone. I will definitely include some of that footage in this video. This one here is a little too much rot for the cedar. They'll allow a little bit, actually quite a bit. I need about 4 inches of solid wood around the center rot. I'll turn that into shake blocks for cedar shingle roofing. Let me know if any of you guys are loggers that are actually watching this. Feel free to judge me. Obviously, I'm not perfect. But if you do, I challenge you to make a video yourself. Show me what you're made of. Let's have a little bit of friendly competition here. You guys might wonder why I don't pick up these big ones right away and I leave them to the end. Here, I'll show you. It's kind of hard to grab them until there's a gap around them, so I usually will pick out all the small wood around them, and then it makes it a lot easier to get my head around it. That's a nice hemlock. Very sound. Bet that was a cool shot, eh? About a foot from the camera with that one. Pine tree here. Don't really have a spot for that. There's very, very little pine in here, so set that to the side and I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with it later. Probably turn it into firewood. Just kidding. If the prime contractor's watching, I would never do that. Hold on, get a better look at this one. There we go. 20 feet, 6 inches. If you guys are wondering how I decide which log to pick up next, usually just go for the easiest one. Don't overthink it. You guys might wonder why I dropped my saw at the end of the log. Cut a little bit off the butt, even if it looks okay. It's how I start my measuring process, so it knows once the saw comes down and makes that little cut to start at 0 feet and count up from there. That's a fugly hemlock. I can say fugly on YouTube, right? Oh, just look at it and all its nastiness. split top too. Why you gotta do me like that, tree? Another one. "49 and a half feet. Don't mind my weirdness. This is what happens when you're a logger. You spend 12 hours a day in a machine by yourself and fries your brain. Never thought I'd be sitting here talking to myself to try to entertain people, but here I am. I think it's a lot different with other YouTubers. They got cameramen and everything else. At least you're talking to a human, trying to find interesting things to say to myself here. Oh, phone call. Be right back. Well, I'm learning this filming thing the hard way. Took about an hour and a half of really good footage. Talked a whole lot to you guys, and it wasn't recording, so that sucks. Oh well. Moving on. So there will be a pretty big gap between me taking that phone call and this. Sorry about that. Trying to keep my pile a little organized for the loaderman here. A little big and messy, but I have to get all this cedar and hemlock over here because look at how much fur I have, and that's got to go in some pretty small spaces too. One thing I wanted to show you guys is how this all works. See that measuring wheel spinning there? So that'll come out when I hit my butt saw. See how it came down there? And that runs along the log and measures it on my computer and tells me the length. And the gap between these tells me the diameter on the computer. Those feed. These knives here will knock all the branches off as it's running along the log. Butt saw, top saw,